Hey guys, it's August 28th. So I'm going to bring up something for you guys to think about. I don't know if you've thought about this before, but it was something I brought up, yeah, I think in one of my other videos years ago. And I've brought it up to the trans group that I was a part of. But it's just one of my crazy thoughts that I think about. So my thought was, worst case scenario, if something happened to me and I was away from anybody I knew and no one could find me. Let's just say I was hiking and I fell down a ravine or something hit my head and I ended up dying. And because of the weather or animals or whatever, they couldn't identify me. So when they did find the bones, I was found. Let's just say I was found, and they got the bones back to the medical examiner. Uh, because born female and not taking hormones until 50 years old, I already have the bone structure inside that women have, which is the pelvic area or the pelvis. The men and women are different in the pelvic area because of childbearing. For women, I think the pelvis is slightly tilted, and so a lot of times they're able to identify male, female that way. Jawline is another way. Brow, the forehead, is another way. Um, I think that's it. With guys, though, I don't know their Adam's apple if it shows up on a skeleton, but in case it was there, I wouldn't have one. And so, I, for my situation, I thought, okay, my birth certificate's been changed, and everything matches the gender I am today. The only thing that might help me is that I have been fingerprinted and I am in the California system because I was a California employee. So they might be able to identify me with my birth name, and then maybe it comes up with the name change somewhere down the line that they find, oh, okay, this is him today. I know it's weird for me to talk about, but these are things I think about, these. How would we know to be identified? I mean, how would they know to identify us if we were unidentifiable? And so that was something I think about. Well, I thought about years ago, and then I rethunk it here lately, and I thought, I'll put it out there for you guys to kind of think about. Not to spaz anybody out or get all scared and stuff. I mean, most people don't do things alone as like hiking in the mountains. Um, but anyway, so that was something I thought about. And yeah, I told you on the last video I was going to do a video too on to clarify what the carnivore diet is for me and why I did it. So, real quick, I'm going to repeat some things to you guys who watch my videos. But a year ago, a little over a year ago, I was diagnosed as pre diabetic. And I freaked out because there's diabetes on my dad's side of the family, type 2. So I told myself, you're going to do something about it. I did not even think about, I in 2014, my wife and I did a cleansing of processed foods. No Cokes, no sodas, no simple sugars, nothing processed. And we did the almond flour, coconut flour, that kind of stuff. And then we called ourselves eating clean, basically. We really didn't eat out either that much. So, anyway, fast forward, uh, what I realized was I was eating too many fruits. I was having yogurt and fruits. I was having fruit in my oatmeal that was supposed to be good for me, uh, you know. So I was eating a lot of fruit and didn't really eat a lot of grains. But oatmeal I would. And so I figured that was it. So I started searching and I found Dr. Ken Berry. He's a medical doctor. and he started the carnivore, and he kind of just liked it and liked the way he felt, and so he kept going. He debunks a lot of myths in the medical field. He also tells you medical doctors aren't told everything about diet. They're not trained for diet. So he talks about his life experience. So if you're interested after I get done, Dr. Ken Berry. I don't know how to do all those inserts and stuff. Sorry, guys. I haven't taken the time to learn. Um, but when I download it, I'll put it in the notes. I think where I put a note, I can put Dr. Ken Berry on YouTube. So I listened to listened to his pre-diabetes, and what I realized is that my pre-diabetic test to him is not even really pre-diabetes, but to medical doctors in general, it is. It's just a chart that gives them something to go off of. Well, my history of being checked, because I would have my doctor check me, and he never said anything about it until this one last time, and then he's like, "Oh, you're pre-diabetic, da da da." So I checked the history, and I've always been around that. I sometimes I've been lower, sometimes I've been 1.1 higher, and I thought, well, crap, they got me all scared for something that's been this way forever. Needless to say, I started the carnivore diet. It said to eliminate everything and just eat meat, eggs, and butter and water. Uh, Sometimes a lot of them say no, don't say butter, just meat and water. And then some say meat, eggs, and water, and some say meat, eggs, butter, and water. So it all depends on you. They're all animal products. But basically, you're wanting to eat animal products, and you do an elimination diet 30 days. And then if you want to add vegetables in, you see how your body responds to them and stuff. For me, I transitioned to carnivore, so I still ate the vegetables that were the cleanest, which is asparagus, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I think that was all that I ate because I like those. And then I just decided to go pure carnivore. Well, it did not pan out well for me in the beginning. I've been trying to go pure carnivore for since October of last year. So we're coming upon a year. I always ended up cheating. So I tried it in October, had Thanksgiving in November, cheated on Thanksgiving, cheated on Christmas, cheated on New Year's. And then I went January. I think I went 3 weeks. And then finally I told my wife, let's have a cheat day. Had a cheat day. And been like that ever since. Every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I would cheat. And I didn't really. I lost initially uh, 15, 16, 17 pounds, something like that. Felt really good. And then January comes and I have all these health issues and I gained 15 pounds and just I've had a horrible year medically. So anyway, I started eating just meat, eggs. I'll have cheese once in a while. I have butter and water, and I drink Polar, Polino, Pelagino mineral water mainly, and I have felt so much better. I mean, I still have some issues that they're trying to figure out, and I don't think they'll figure them out. To be honest, I am on still inflammatory, well, uh, a nerve medication, which is called Savella, which helps the inflammation too. But uh, I feel much better. I did last Friday have 4 pieces of candy. I didn't need it. I didn't crave it. It was just there, and I thought I can do it. Well, all I did was taste chemicals. Just like they were Starburst or Starburst, and I remembered I liked those because the sour and yeah, I it wasn't a big deal. But the next night, my wife and I were watching a series. Now, my wife and I are not big TV watchers, but it's a series, and some of you might have watched it, Grimm. And uh, I was all stressed out. We were both stressed out. We didn't like the way it was going, and so I went in and fixed me an ice cream sundae, and it was a big one. And after that, I got so sick. My stomach hurt like a little kid that overeats sweets. I had a tummy ache. I woke up at 10 o'clock. My stomach was hurting. I had to go in on the couch and sit up and try to go back to sleep, read myself to sleep, because my stomach hurt so bad. Well, I have not touched anything sweet since then. I'm just like, boy, I'm telling you, it affects you. Sugar affects you in many ways. And it did taste like chemicals. And I still didn't care. And I still ate it. And I still told myself, I don't feel guilty for eating it. I'm not bashing myself up and down for eating it. But I am because I got a tummy ache over it. But I guess if I hadn't gotten a tummy ache, maybe I would have thought, okay, that's okay. I can do this once in a while. And I still may. I don't know. But I enjoy not having to worry about making me a meal. I throw a strip in the air fryer or a ribeye, and I eat that, and I eat two a day. And that's basically all I eat because I'm full. And when I want something different, I'll buy some pork chops, thin pork chops, and I'll have some eggs with it or bacon and eggs. But I mean, it's not a big deal. Now, I've talked about sugar addiction, and that over the course of the year, it was a big deal. I had a very hard time getting away from the sugar. I had a very hard time emotionally getting away from the sugar. And this time, something clicked in me because it hasn't bothered me at all. When I had the four pieces of candy, I wasn't doing it because I had the addiction. I wasn't doing it because my mind was gearing me to that. I just did it because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to have that flavor. Um, the ice cream sundae, I wasn't emotionally drawn to it. I was just kind of stressed, and I said, "Let me have some comfort," and I ate the ice cream. But I still came off of that Sunday thinking, "Oh, I didn't, I don't need to go back to doing that all the time." And so I told my wife, I said, "The next time I cheat, what I want to cheat on is some homemade cinnamon rolls." And she was, "Oh, okay," because she makes some bombing cinnamon rolls. And I haven't had those in like over a year. And so I told her, I will cheat for that. But she's got to put extra melted butter and cinnamon and sugar on them because that's what I crave is the bread and that. But I told her whenever she's craving it, if she'll make it, then I'll have some. But like I'm not, because I mentioned that, I'm not craving it. I'm not saying, "Oh, let's go to the store and get some" because you don't feel like making them. I'm not there. So I can honestly say if any of you are having some health issues and if you think you can try this, uh, try it. Really, try it for the 30 days. Eliminate everything but whatever kind of meat you like. Even if you can't afford New York strips or ribeyes, get a chuck roast and put it in the oven. And I know you don't have the potatoes and the carrots and all that stuff with it, but just eat it. I mean, that's what we do. We just eat the meat. If you like liver, have your liver. If you like lamb, I will barbecue lamb once in a while when we can find it. Um, Chicken is a lean chicken. You want on the carnivore diet, you want the fat. So don't trim any fat. Eat the fat because that's where all the nutrition is. That's what your body feeds on. And basically you're just trying to go into ketosis, which is a big thing in the keto diet. I am not going to sit and count things. I'm not going to sit and count my calories. I'm not going to sit and count macros, and I don't even know what they are, but I just hear them always talking about them. I'm just not going to do that. And I'm not going to count how much I eat in one setting. Dr. Berry tells you eat until you're stuffed, until you can't take another bite. And you'll watch. It'll sustain you all day long. Some people, it sustains them for 24 hours. Me, it's never been that long for me. So anyway, that's that's where I'm at. I'm on day. Yes, I've had two cheat days, but I'm not counting the cheat days in my quest. So right today is Monday, so I'm on day 43, and I just ate the birthday cake and then got back on the bandwagon. So that's where it is with me. I hope you guys are having good days. Your weather's good where you are. And please, if any of you suffer depression and you haven't gotten help, go to a free clinic, get some help. You're here because you're needed here. You're here because there's purpose for you. And everybody deserves to be happy. And there's ways, even with the politics going on all the anti trans stuff, there is still a lot of people out there pushing for us. There's a lot of groups out there that's proactive for us. There's a lot more going on than just these news medias that are biased. And so, look at your local LGBTQ community, reach out to them, but get yourself, see if you need to be on medication, get some help. It's okay to take medication. Doesn't mean you'll be on it forever. You may be able to pull yourself out of it. You may be able to heal. I have talked to people that I excuse me. I have watched people that have done the carnivore that their depression has gone. Now, if they were to go back to all the sweets and processed foods, I don't know. Maybe that's a trigger for it. But I know it's helped them in those areas. So we'll see how my progress goes. I'm not perfect. Like I said, I'll probably cheat. But overall, I feel really good. And I haven't felt good at all this whole year so far. But I'm feeling pretty good. I had a bout about a week ago and thought I was getting back to my tiredness and stuff, but I'm coming out of that again. I look tired now just because I've been up since 5 or 4:30 this morning, and it's 2:45 here. So yeah, my day. I've put in a full day. So guys, please reach out. Reach out to someone you trust. Reach out to someone you don't know at a clinic, at a health center, where whatever it takes to get you to knowing and to understand that there is a reason why you're alive. There is a purpose. And so it doesn't mean to live in darkness. It doesn't mean to live in doom. It doesn't mean to live where you feel that you have no purpose, that you don't have a reason to exist. So please, I'm asking you, go get some help, search for it because it's probably right around the corner from you. Anyway, take it one day at a time. Always make your journey as simple as possible. We'll talk to you later.